Well, good morning. I'm here at Dog Cove near Sparta, Tennessee. It's been many years, several years since I've been out here. I want to check some improvements they made, especially to the Davis cabin. Do about a 6-mile loop. Go out to a couple of cabins and then up the hill and around. So I want to see what the Davis cabin. It was in terrible shape, and read where they got some funding and started to redo the cabin to stabilize it. First time I've been out in a long time. January was a horrible month. High winds, damaging winds, deep snow, freezing temps, heavy rain. So it's just good to get out and walk a little bit. We'll go through the field to the homes, and then we'll go up the hill, and then we'll come back down. What they call the high water trail. So we'll be back around in just a few minutes. House up there is called the Beecher Wallace house. Family that donated a great deal of the land here for Dog Cove. Another thing's changed a lot is the trail system. You can literally, where I was parked, walk now to Rolander, Cascades, and Lost Creek. Then from Lost Creek you can walk up the hill, the mountain, to Virgin Falls. So miles and miles now of trails have been opened up since I've been here. You walk an old roadbed all the way from the parking lot. This is a little area that was called Hickory Valley. Just south of Sparta. Follow the signs right to it. Alrighty, we're getting close now. I can tell from way back here it looks a lot better. I can see a new roof, and looks like the walls have been shored up. This was a really amazing pre-Civil War home. You consider the way people were living around here. This was absolutely a mansion compared to the cabins that other folks were living in, and goes back to the old adage, wow, if walls could talk. Jimmy Davis home site. They've really done a great job. Well, yeah, I recall last time old walls were painted blue. Heading upstairs, there's steep steps. Fireplace in the back. Another real shallow fireplace on the side. Much better. Things like it's getting ready to fall down. They did a good job. That is one well-built fireplace. Fireplace in the back. What an amazing view, what an amazing area. You can imagine these fields 100 years ago being cultivated, surrounded by a ridge of mountains down this little valley to keep the wind off of you. Very nice indeed. Well, not going to be able to get across that getting wet feet, and it's cool and cold, and I don't want to hike the rest of the day with wet socks and shoes. Billy Sapp old home place. It's a remnant of an old chimney is all that's left. What I've always said, one hike leads to another, so maybe come back this summer when it's dried out. Well, we'll go up the high water trail and see where that takes us. Got some more craftsmanship of the local folks. So this a lot around Big South Fork where I hike. Great engineering techniques, building up a retainer wall to keep the old road above us in good shape. See why they call it the high water trail. It's straight up. Not gonna worry about water up here. Taking the high water trail now, we're just right back above the Jimmy Davis cabin, and thinking this thing's gonna turn up the hill and then back down. We'll find out. Well, I think I'm gonna go back and try a little something different. This thing is torn up with horses. So my recommendation is stay away from here until summertime. Let the creeks dry and some of this mud dry up from all the horse traffic. Yeah, I remember this trail, really steep, about 2 or 3 years ago. Goes up the top, then you hit the ridge up there and go all the way back down. So we're gonna head back down and explore a little more at the bottom. This area, Dog Cove, has the same problem that everybody else around here does, a lot of feral hog activity. Walking back to the field and saw a road heading back up this hollow. Walked it out. Just had the feel that this might be an old home place, but well, could be just one of the side fields. Hard to say. Don't see remnants of anything, so I'm thinking probably an old field they're letting go back. Here's a side road coming off this mountain trail up there. I'm sure it goes up to that ridge to where we were at a while ago. Several things changed in the last 3 years since I've been here. The Jimmy Davis cabin looks really, really good. It's going to be around for a lot longer. The other thing though is it looks like the equestrian folks have moved in pretty good. If you're just going to the house, maybe when the creek's down, you can get down to the chimney, the sap, Billy Sap chimney, but any of these trails up on top of the hill are rutted out, muddy, and a lot of horse traffic. I guess I'm old school. I don't know if hikers and horses can coexist. I'm going to head back to the truck and do a little bit more exploring around the other homes. Usually pretty good giveaway that this is a field, not a home place. You see piles of stacked stone on both sides of the road, keeping the field cleared where they could plow. One thing I noticed is a dry, sandy creek bed, and up at the Jimmy Davis cabin, an excessive amount of water. So I know somewhere right around that bend is a big sinkhole, and all the water is disappearing. And for sure, I know where it shows back up at. It's Lost Creek, comes out the side of a mountain. Going back the high water trail back to the truck, just right over the hill. And gives it a little bit of different scenery as well. Just really good to be out. I've been out a bunch, but a little short, half mile, 1 mile little jaunts to some bluffs, overlooks, that type of thing. Nothing, no hiking in January. So man, it feels good to be back out. And again, one can only imagine what this looked like with all these fields being cultivated. As I said earlier, it's just opened up so many options. From here to Lander Cascades, over the hill to up the hill to Virgin Falls, and all those trails you can hike till you can't. There's so many options now. And Dog Cove is not heavily used. Rarely ever see anybody here but me. Ever walk under a tree and you think, wow, hope I get over it before it falls. Alrighty, we'll be back to the truck in just a few minutes. It's the Beecher Wallace homestead. Some of the last folks who live up in Dog Cove donated a lot of the land to what's now the park. Up on the hill under the pine trees are 2 tent graves. Interesting that one of the first videos I ever did years and years ago was about tent graves. It's a unique burial custom here in White County, Putnam, parts of Fentress, Pickett. Literally 2 slabs of sandstone cover the grave for protection, hence the name tent. Well, it'd be sacrilege to go to Dog Cove and on the way home not stop at Lost Creek. Standing near the entrance of the cave, and this rock to the right brings back a flood of memories. I took many a church youth group through that cave a long time ago. If you want to feel old, think about some of the kids I used to take on trips that are now in their mid to late 40s with grown-up children. I'll do my best to try to find that picture of the group sitting on that rock. It was a good trip today. I just primarily wanted to see the improvements to the Jimmy Davis home, and they really did a great job. Couldn't get across the creek to the chimney, but that's okay. And swung back by here. It's just good to get out after such a dismal January. Hope you've enjoyed it. Talk to you later.